Tears of the Kingdom reviews are glowing. This game is going quintuple, platinum, diamond, extreme, the highest grade possible. People are loving this game, critics and most users alike. But of course, like everything, not everyone is satisfied, not everyone likes this game. So today I wanted to highlight just a few of the funny 0 stars, 0 out of 10 reviews that I saw. And I'm not going to talk about the ones that are like, oh, the game runs bad, oh, I wish the Switch 2 came, or just reviews that are like legitimately criticizing the game. Although I will say, saying things like, oh, the game didn't live up to the hype that I expected, or saying things like, oh, I wish this came out with the Switch 2, and then slapping a 0 out of 10 on it seems a little excessive. But you know what, I'm not here to judge anyone's ratings, but I do want to highlight some of the funniest ones. Now let me start you off with our good friend Fell Ass Tier. He says, awful game, way too long. I want Zelda, not Minecraft. Overpriced, overhyped, overrated. 0 out of 10. Now, this is a sentiment that I've seen across a lot of reviews. I'll show you one right now. Yeah, like this guy right here. Not a Zelda game anymore, but a sandbox game. Never in a million years would I imagine a Zelda game where I rotate objects and stick them together like Minecraft. And it's even worse, controlling it with a controller. I miss the old Zelda. And finally, this one right here. Like, don't get me wrong, this is hilarious, but I also hate that you can do this. Basically, they're trying to say that why can I make this giant stick figure that has a penis that's shooting out fire? And to that I say, here's a word from our good friends over at Doom. You control the buttons you press, okay? Yes, this game has a lot of crafting. Yes, you can make a lot of wild things. Yes, I can make a jet bomber that comes in Hyrule and bombs double goblins. Yes, I can pretty much make whatever the game lets you, which is anything. But to call it Minecraft or to call it a sandbox game when at its core it's just an adventure game, I feel like it's kind like you control the buttons you press. You don't have to make these crazy things if you want a very serious adventure besides a few odd puzzles, which by the way are never going to make you create giant behemoths. This game can be just an adventure game with just slight puzzle solving. I didn't expect that adding more features that are optional would be a detriment for some people. That's all it is, a feature. It's just an option for you to play with these little toys that they've given you. You don't have to play with every single toy in the toy box. If all you like is the little Legos, then just make the Legos. If all you like is the swords, then you play with the swords. You don't have to use every single tool in your arsenal just because you have it available to you. And also, again, 0 out of 10 just because you can craft. There's nothing else that you hated, just the crafting, and that was 0? Look, I'm not here to judge. It's it's an expensive game, I get it, but come on. Now this review, this is a very unhappy, unsatisfied customer. I'll spare you. This is an essay, this is a document, this is in MLA format. This person is probably very unhappy with gaming and probably their life. But let's just highlight a few things that they say. Now the first thing right off the gate, the hook is, this game is a huge steaming pile of garbage. Okay, I'm already in here. Now, the thing that really caught my eye is at the end. Now, at the end right here, this is the best part. They say, there is no multiplayer. So once you beat the story, there's literally not a reason to touch this game again. Charging $70 for a game with no replay value is a cash grab. And then at the end of this, they say, it's funny when Zelda fans make fun of COD and then, I'm sure they said some nonsense. Now, I hope this dude doesn't find out about Yoshi's Crafted World. That's an 8-hour game for $60. I hope this dude doesn't find out about any Kirby game, Mario Odyssey. These type of people that don't touch single player games and then say, oh man, if only had multiplayer so I could play this game forever. Like, it's like going into a movie theater and be like, that 1.5 hour movie, it was cool. But imagine if it was like 24 hours and we could have just been there the entire day. Like, why does it need to be longer? And also saying that in Tears of the Kingdom when it's probably like you can sink in 1,000 hours of your time just doing whatever in this game. Like, that's such a funny thing to say in this game, especially like this one. Like I said, there's plenty of games you could target with the same exact critique. Like, oh, there's no multiplayer. This game sucks because it's too short, which is like, whatever. But This is not one of those games. This game is very, very long. I'm probably gonna spend more time here than I will in a multiplayer game because some people just like single player games, like myself. But yeah, this guy has a lot to say, and he's very passionate fella. So you know what? I can't even hate. He, let keep on reviewing. I guess. Oh my god. Now this review right here from our friend Ofesional. I'm gonna have to flex the bilingual skills really quick and hit you with this one. Es un buen juego, pero la comunidad es una basura. No dejan de spamear que su jueguito GOTY, que su jueguito aquí, que su jueguito allá. Ya páranle, por favor. Now, for those not blessed with the Spanish touch, let me translate for you. This person says word for word. This is a great game, but this community is a piece of trash. They don't stop spamming that this game is game of the year, that this game that this game this. Just please stop already. You know what? I'm not even mad at this one. Alright, this final review right here. Well 17. Now, this is a 2-star, but I had to bring it in. How a game feels like Genshin and have a horrible graphics and gameplay mechanics have 96 rare. Terrible game. A beautiful review. And look, I can't even lie, okay? I have to be transparent. I used to play Genshin Impact. I know. You can look at the history of this channel. Everything is documented. I know, right? Oh my god. No way. Let's disregard this dude's opinion on anything from here on out. He played Genshin. I know. I've since retired. And even I, someone that's probably played more Genshin than Breath of the Wild, I have to say, calling Tears of the Kingdom the sequel to Breath of the Wild, which Genshin is I'm gonna have to say it is, a light inspiration ripoff of Breath of the Wild when it comes to a lot of the design, and then saying that a game that copied Breath of the Wild, that game was copied to make Tears of the Kingdom. It's just like this logic. If it's not bait, I don't know what it is. And honestly, it might be bait, but it was too funny. I had to include it. Let me hit you with a bonus review. This is the only 0 out of 10 review that I agree with, and this is coming from 374. You still can't pet the dog. I waited 6 years to pet the dog. After complaining to Nintendo about the issue, I expected a fleshed out dog petting mechanic, and yet I was only met with crafting and NPC battles. You know what, 374, you're right. I do think this game's a 0 out of 10 now, you're right.